So Shalom Israel, today we're going to be getting into a lesson about the requirements and the characteristics of a wife. Because last week we got into a lesson about harlotry, the harlotry of women in Babylon. So now we're going to kind of juxtapose it and talk about what it takes to be a wife. But before we do that, we're going to give them praise.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Waha, Rakah, Kodash.
Before we jump into the lesson, we want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders that's teaching this word. We want to salute the brothers and sisters that's really in the faith. We want to salute the brothers that's really getting this word out and edifying the hopeful elect. So yeah, bring out Genesis 2 and 20.
This is Genesis chapter 2, verse 20. And Adam gave names to all cattle and to the fowl of the air and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an help meet for him. Verse 21. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. Chapter 22. And the rib which the Lord God had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man.
So that's what the woman, that's essentially what the woman was made for. It helped me. It helped me. And the word help me means one who helps. And that's what the word woman means as well. The word woman means servant. The word woman means servant. The word woman and wife is interchangeable. So that's the role of the woman. But because the Esau's flipped it upside down, the vibration is not the same anymore. But we're trying to get that vibration back. And you sisters, we're trying to, the Most High will use some of you sisters as vessels to get that vibration back. Get out Genesis 18 and something like that.
Genesis chapter 18, verse 11. Now Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of two men. Sorry, it's lucky. Chapter 11 again. Now Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women. Verse 12, yeah? Verse 12. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, after I am waxed old, I shall have pleasure, my Lord being old also.
So Sarah said, my Lord being old also. So that's what women used to call their man. They used to call their man Lord.
Yeah, which is other one. Other one in Hebrew is other one.
Right. So women knew their role, they knew their place, they knew the order. Right, they knew that they were in complete subjection to their man. And again, the word woman means servant.
Right.
So any sisters professing themselves to be a woman, you're not a woman until you're a servant to your man. That's the role of the woman. Right, so get Proverbs 31, starting at verse 10. Because you've got a lot of sisters trying to call themselves strong, independent black women. But you're not a woman though.
But even in this truth, you got women that are so proud, man. They don't consider you to be the head, you know.
Right.
It's real. How women need to learn, man, because in that day, hey, it's gonna be a selection. The Most High gonna select. If you play today, the Most High won't play with you tomorrow. Be humble, man. Yes, you were born in this system. It's true. But you gotta let go of this old system, man. Embrace the new system. And let a brother be, over you, man. How you in truth when you resisting a brother or leadership? Don't make sense.
Right. If you're a sister in the truth, you gotta let them worldly ways go. You can't come into the faith and still try to have that 50-50 dynamic. It's not gonna work. You can't come into the faith and tell your man, nah, I only want my man to have one wife. It's not about what you want, it's about what your man wants. As long as it's according to the law, it's about what he wants. So if your man wants more wives, he'll have more wives. You shouldn't really have a say. You shouldn't really have a say in what your man desires in regards to the amount of woman he wants. So
I've got a precept for you, bro. This is basically
telling women to be subjected to their man. This is 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 1. It says, likewise ye wives be in subjection to your own husbands,
Right.
that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversions of their wives.
Right.
So that's just making you know that you have to be receptive to what your man's saying. And if people are not going to listen to what the man say, by the way that the woman carries themselves and the way they speak, they shall be won that way.
Right.
Right, and
Beautiful.
let's go into the definition of the word subjection to really get a good understanding.
Give you a precept.
So, the word subjection means the action of being subjected. Well, let me get the right context.
Right. Get the right context. We can use that, but it's how you explain it.
So this is in the Collins Dictionary. Subjection to someone involves being completely controlled by them.
Completely controlled. Now, we have to understand as well, in this truth, we have to use wisdom, because a lot of brothers lost, me included, lost women that were not necessarily, hard-headed, but we wanted them to be completely under us, which is impossible in this kingdom. So you're gonna have to be step by step, but you have to tell them potentially that's what they're supposed to be doing. But obviously, because they were born in this kingdom, they're gonna have to learn to be, completely submissive. But however, they should know the basics. There's certain things that she can do. For example, a woman that talk too much. If you a man talk with someone, you're there. Just keep silence, man.
I got a precept for that as well.
All right, if you got to bring it.
It's 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 11. It says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
Right.
But I suffer not a woman to teach.
Right.
Not to usurp authority over the man.
Right.
But to be in silence.
And to be in silence. So break it down. Break it down.
So that's basically telling the women that the man that's in this truth, what he told you should listen to it, no matter the case, because that's what being submissive is all about. You know what I'm saying? It's all about listening to what your man says. You know what I'm saying? Cause we know on multiple occasions you might look at a woman and you be like, oh no, you can't even dress that way, Then the woman's like, oh, well, I'm gonna wear what I'm gonna wear. That's not being submissive. You know what I'm saying? It defeats the point.
Right, and also,
First Timothy what?
1 Timothy 2 and you start at 9,
11.
all the way to 11. But 9 will tell you about how to dress as well.
Yeah.
But also the point, very good point, but the point I wanted to make as well is that, if you got your man is in the truth, right? Your man preaches, or your man follows certain brother that he listen to. Don't go and listen to other brothers. You got women that want to listen to every. I mean, the brothers they're good, but listen to whoever your man is listening to, or if your man is preaching, listen to his videos. That's just that. But if you're going to listen to other, you're going to create confusion, man. It's the same thing, but for the man, he wants you to listen to his video. Listen to his video. Okay? Hey, listen. If you want to be a rebel in that time, you're gonna understand that you made a wrong move, man. We're doing you women a favor. You know what I'm saying? You've been doing you a favor, man. Because you got some women thinking because they're giving you a bit of their crutches, and they're thinking that, oh, that's it. No, we're doing you a favor, man. You depend on us for salvation. I had an argument with this woman I'm dealing with. She's telling me that she doesn't need a man to be saved. Or not all women need to. I say, yeah, I understand that, but you cannot go against the words. You gotta be under a man to be saved. Obviously, you got some woman out there, maybe somewhere in a place, remote place, that she never met a man of the Lord, but she kept it real by watching the internet and knowing that she's an Hebrew Israelite. The Most High will provide for her to be saved. But you are in London. There's a lot of Negroes in this truth, man. So if you meet one, be under him. That's the point. Carry on, brother.
Right. And what was I going to say again? What sisters need to understand too. What sisters need to understand too is because sisters, you need to know yourself, right? You've been in your body 20, 30, 40 years, right? So you know that your eyes may potentially wander. So if you got certain brothers on YouTube and they're preaching powerfully and they have that masculine vibe about them, there's a chance that your eye may plant onto them. So you need to know that within yourself. So you need to fall back on that, and that's a level of maturity that women need to show as well, right? So that's why it's also important to only learn from your man. That's why the Apostle Paul said that. Because your eyes may incline to the masculinity or the vibe of another brother that's teaching. And then that's going to ruin the relationship. So sisters need to be very careful.
And you bring in a good point. You bring in a good point. You know why? There's women out there in the truth. They want to talk to any men. They have friends that they used to be. They still have the number in the phone. That's off, man. Get rid of those numbers and focus on a man, man. He's your way to salvation. That's if you really understand why you're in the truth. That's 1 second. You can't be disrespecting me by talking to other men. You're too open, man. You're in the truth, but you're so open. Come on, man. Deliverance. Yeah, my last one.
Yeah, the precept of Proverbs.
Okay. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 11. The heart of her husband doth safely.
Start verse 10.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies.
So that's what sisters need to work on, being that virtuous woman.
Yeah.
Because there's not many out there. So imagine you're that virtuous woman. You're gonna be valued so much.
Highly.
You're gonna be of high value, the price far above rubies. And let's see what.
Yeah, bring it to the precept.
This is Proverbs 12, chapter 12, verse 4. A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband, but she that maketh ashamed is a rottenness in his bones.
Man, listen. I don't even want to start with this one.
And the word virtuous is having or showing high moral standards. Having high moral standards. So what does that entail? Dressing modestly, having your hair covered, not wearing an excessive amount of makeup to attract men, to attract strange men. That's having that high moral compass to if you don't have a man right now, right? Keeping your legs closed, having a certain amount of discretion, right? There's something
You want to add to that, yeah? I got a precept out of 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9.
No.
In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with
And
braided hair.
shamefaced means timid.
Yeah.
Okay? You have to learn to be shame. You can learn to be shamefaced by keeping. Some of these women talk too much, man.
Yeah.
A woman cannot be talking too much like that, bro.
Right.
Carry on.
Right. So from the top, 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with braided hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array.
So yeah, that's how a woman needs to present herself when she's coming into the house of the Lord. Right. Look, you see the complete opposite in churches. Women are doing the complete opposite of that in the
These
churches.
churches, they call the houses of harlots, man.
Right.
So let's not even go to the church. Churches is just a house of harlots. The biggest holes I found in church. Fact.
Right. So that's how you know the church ain't the place to be. Women wearing their best apparel, wearing their best makeup. For what?
Dressing like they're going to the nightclub. They don't even listen to the husband, they listen to the pastors.
Right.
Hey, they listen to the pastor more than listen to the husband, man.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Right.
And that's why they say silence in the church, because I've been in churches before, and when they got a problem, they go to the pastor.
Right.
But they don't know that immediately that compromises the relationship and the level that she should have her man at. She has the pastor at that level. So the pastor might as well be a husband.
But he's the husband because he's popping them. When you go into work and you do night shift, who you think come to your yard? It's the pastor, man.
That's
That's a fact.
That's the spiritual head, right? So
Yeah.
a woman is seeking
She
power.
will go towards it's natural. Once a woman view you as over her, the next thing is to open the legs. That's just simple.
Right.
When a woman consider you, it's easy for you to have her. So she knows sometimes she sleeps. You come from where you want to have it. She say, I'm tired. You know why? Because the pastor was there before.
Right.
And that's what you was talking about earlier when you was like, they're always going to be searching for something more masculine.
That's what I'm trying to say, because that's why I said sisters need to know themselves. If you know that your heart may incline unto another man, don't be watching all these different men, right? Especially if your man's new to the faith. If he's only been in the faith like for 1-2 years, and he doesn't really have a high level of understanding, right? And you start watching a man that's been in the faith 10, 15 years, what do you think is going to happen? Because he's going to show a certain amount of wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. And woman's also attracted to wisdom. Well, woman's attracted to a man's intelligence. So, go back to
Proverbs 31. Well, verse 11, yeah? Proverbs chapter 31, verse 11. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil.
Right, so, and that's not the vibration of the society. That's why Chris Brown made a song, These Hoes Ain't Loyal. A man needs to be able to trust it.
Okay, verse 12. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. Verse 13.
That's it, yeah. So
Okay.
your man needs to trust you in the sense that when he comes home, there's gonna be food on the table. Right? When he tells you to do something, you're gonna do it. You're not gonna be all combative and being loud and stubborn. That's an element of trust. You need to trust that your heart's not gonna. You need to trust that your heart's not gonna incline to another man.
Yeah, I've got a precept for you as well that links to that. This is Proverbs chapter 4, verse 8. Exalt her, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor when thou dost embrace her. So what I'm basically saying there is, if that woman shows that submissiveness, if she serves her man, then the whole world is gonna know that, yo, this is my woman. You know what I'm saying? So it works both ways.
You know how it feels to be honored by a woman? You're gonna die for these women. When I say die, it's a way of saying like you're gonna go hard for the woman, man. You're gonna be willing to work hard and do overtime just to provide for her because she respects you. She give you that peace. Don't you know that when a woman loves you and respects you, it gives you extra strength and extra energy? All right, so it's very important. That's what he's saying, man. You got a precept? Bring it out.
A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
Right, silent and it's like you should be talking now.
Proverbs 31.
Ecclesiasticus 26:14.
Right.
A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
Right.
And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed.
Right. A silent
See that?
loving woman.
See that?
When a woman's loud, it brings too much stress.
No, it destroys you. Look, some women, they come around to you have high blood pressure.
Right.
They come around and you already have high blood pressure, man.
Right.
You see? So we gotta be careful with these women, man. If they can't be, if they can follow the program, then they must go. And then maybe when the time comes, sometimes you have to let them go. And then when they come, they'll come. Well, you see, when Jacob's trouble hit, these women gonna be submissive, man.
They will have no choice.
They'll be humble.
Right. So yeah, you sisters need to learn how to be silent. Because our sisters are loud, man. They're very loud. You see, every day they're loud. So that vibration needs to shift. I know it's gonna be hard for sisters because sisters love talking. They love talking.
So they yeah.
Because in this country, they were given, from when they're young, they were given the freedom of expression, So they go hard, they talk. But when you come in this truth, it's about learning to control yourself, You can't control yourself, This is the beauty of the truth. The truth gives you the wisdom and the understanding in a way that you're able to control yourself and not be like you used to be. You got women that are saying the truth, but they don't want to change it. So I'm thinking, are you the truth? Because we all fighting to change our ways. You don't want to change your ways. So having a woman that's, even if the woman's word is not in the truth, and she's humble, it's better than the woman that's claimed to be in the truth, but she gives you hell.
Because Ecclesiasticus 26:25, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog,
That's right.
but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord.
Right. You see that? So that's actually how you should pick your woman. Now, does it mean that these women that are reckless with the map ain't going to be saved? They will be saved. So now it requires us to be more patient, but in that, sometimes you have to cut them off. Meaning, when I say cut off, meaning like you don't talk to them for a while. You just let them be. And if it's meant to be, they will come back. But listen, they will understand. Now, see, when a woman is like that and you cut her off, basically you don't touch her. If she calls you stay shallow, you stay shallow more, you don't touch her anymore, she will respect you. And then she will come, you tell her, listen, you know what I do, you gotta abide by that. Okay?
Got connections out here. This is Proverbs 25, chapter 25, verse 24. It is better to dwell in the corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a white house.
That's right. Hey, that's it, man. Like, you know, if a woman is talkative and give you hell, she gonna destroy you.
This will go with this precept. I had rather dwell in a lion with a lion.
Now, call the precept.
Ecclesiastes 25, verse 16. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman.
See that?
So that's what the men of old are saying, sisters.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. That's so you need to understand how you make a man feel when you're loud. Right? That's what the Asian men are saying, and that's quoted several times throughout the scriptures. A woman that's loud, it does take away sleep.
You can't even sleep, man. You can't even sleep, man. It's true. It messes you up. You're like, you know what I'm saying, bro? That's real, man. That's real.
Right, so yeah, bring on.
That's real, man.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 26. She opened up her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness.
Right. So a woman needs to have a kind disposition. We can't have women using profanity, man. Saying telling the man to shut up and you know, using words like F you and you get what? It doesn't sound nice when a woman's using profanity, especially when they're speaking street. They need to have a kind disposition. They need to be articulate to a certain extent with a soft, soothing voice.
But it's going to be hard because then again, a lot of some of the ghetto chicks going to be saved. So imagine that when they come with a rah, 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 you're going to have to be patient. So it's a hard job that the Most High gives us.
Nah.
It's a hard job that the Most High gives us. We're going to have Shaniqua, man. Shaniqua talk too much. She's dead old. But Shaniqua must be saved. And the Most High wants you.
Right, because
boy, it's gonna be serious.
They be dealing with low-level niggas, and niggas don't mind, you know, women that speak street or use profanity. But those are low-level. When you're around men of the Lord, you need to get yourself right, man. Of course, it's not going to be. You're not going to get yourself right straight away if you've been indulging in certain things for a certain dispensation of time. But as long as you're striving towards that, that's what we want.
Listen, a street girl. You know, her motto is a street nigga. Right. So she doesn't see you necessarily as someone, you know, she seen a man putting well, like let's say, she seen a man, manifest that masculinity, which is not really, this is like toxic masculinity, but that's what she seen. So when she come now in the new order, she kind of confused. It takes time for her to understand it. But, you know, she got to understand that because at the end of the day, hey, this guy that you see, he will help you, or he's your way to salvation. That's, you see, and sometimes they get upset when you say that, but that's not me saying that. That's the Bible saying. You believe in the Bible, right?
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 27. She looketh well in the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness.
So she eateth not the bread of idleness. Yeah. What does the scripture say? The idle man is the devil's playground. Right? So a woman can't. You need to be busy, man. Men, especially the men, you need to put your woman to work, man. You can't be compromising.
Yeah, man, you can't be compromising, man.
Verse 28. Her children arise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her.
So yeah, sisters need to read Proverbs 31 every day. That needs to tap into your subconscious mind, right? So that you can exemplify them traits and characteristics. You need to work on yourself every day, man. read the book of Esther, read the book of Judah, and really take examples from what our ancient forefathers did, and really trying to apply that to your life.
Emulate them.
Right.
Prophecy's coming as well, man. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That Isaiah chapter 4.
Yeah,
verse
read
1.
that. A lot of women don't, they hate that one. But they don't. Most women in this shoe, they don't believe in
more than one wife.
No, more than one wife. How do you call it? Polygamy.
Yeah.
It says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
Right.
Yeah, sisters need to make sure that they're qualified for that day. If you're not qualified, you're gonna get destroyed, man. Sister, you need to prepare yourself for those days. Because when great calamity hits, best believe that you're gonna be looking for a man of the Lord. But if you're not qualified, the Most High's not gonna give you a man of the Lord.
Can someone get Isaiah 32? Isaiah 32 and 2 here. Yeah, Isaiah 32 and 2. But that's what you're saying basically. But I don't know. Do they believe in the word or no? I don't know. It's strange, man. But if you believe in the word, you understand that. I don't know. This is crazy, man.
Okay. Isaiah chapter 32, verse 2. And a man shall be as an hiding place.
And a man shall be as a hiding place, yeah?
From the wind and a cover from the tempest.
Right, so a man will be like a hiding place, man. Okay?
As rivers of water in a dry place.
Right, so that's what you said, right? You know, who will bring covering, who will bring protection, you know, to these women. They're gonna be the goons that you see in the street, man. Them goons, they're gonna be dead. Them goonies, they're gonna be, you know, they won't be able to operate, man. There will be miserable cases, man. The men of the law will be the men in that day, man. For these guys, the carnal, when carnality is removed from that system, it's the spiritual man that will stand, man. Okay, so these women need to understand that. Okay, that's why us need to take these things serious. Because just like a woman ain't gonna be safe if she play around, the man ain't gonna get our power if you play around. You know?
Because sisters can't be naive enough to think that in those days that you won't need a man. You can't be naive enough to think that. You have to have a state of humility and humbleness about yourself. You need to just accept that you're gonna need a man. It's as simple as that. Don't be tricked by the ways of the
Some
society.
women say they won't need a man, man. I laugh at it.
It's what the modern society has done, innit? Like you can see, like, benefits, they don't need a man to
Right,
die for the
that's
kid
right,
no
that's
more.
right, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Let me finish it off. As the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
Right. As the shadow of a great rock in the world. That's it, man. That's the example. You know, the independent one. But in that day, she won't come to you, man. You might be, what, you're 23, she will 30, she will come. She will look at you, she will look at you as a, and right now she hates you because you represent that new order. But she's such in love with Esau that she loves being, she really loves a man right now, man. Yeah. So we represent, we're a threat to them. That's why these black women don't like us. But we represent, we're a threat. We bring in the new order, the ancient vibration that is to come, man. Hey, can someone read Isaiah 3, please, before you carry on, yeah? I do that because I saw something, that's the spirit. Isaiah 3, 25, 26, man. That's what's gonna happen to that lady that we just saw, man. If she's not dead by then. It's serious. You know? Isaiah 3, 25 and 26, man.
Okay. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 25. Thy men shall fall by the sword.
Thy men shall fall by the sword, man.
And thy mighty in the war.
Yeah.
Verse 26. And her gates shall lament and mourn.
You know what? Read from 24, man.
Let me go back to 24, guys.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 24. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. And
Instead of
instead,
sweet smell shall be stink, man. This woman gonna be stinky. A woman, if a woman don't have shower for in summer for 1 day, 2 days, man, the stink is already evident, man. Okay? So the Most High gonna humiliate a lot of these women, man. Carry on.
Right, because these days women, spend hours upon hours trying to beautify themselves, putting them fake eyelashes on, putting the lipstick, putting all the foundation on. We don't have time to do that when great calamity hits. So that's how the Most High is gonna humble you, sisters, right?
and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of well-set hair, baldness.
Right, so you gonna either do the hair, man, all of these things gonna be closed, man. I can't see how you gonna do your hair.
That weave ain't gonna be available.
Ain't gonna be available. You're gonna show us the real hair that you have, man. Your bald hair. Your bald like me. Some of them are balded than me. I don't even have hair. They don't even have hair, bro.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Hey, but that's the Most High, man. You gotta respect the Most High.
Because women in this society, they've been living relatively good.
Right.
They've been living good. You see it right now.
I mean, we saw it. She riding, she looking at us like with disdain. Like, what these niggas talking about? They want to kick knowledge. Oh, Negro, please. That's what they say. You trying to kick knowledge? Negro, please, man.
We'll say, boy, please.
Oh, boy, please.
Boy, please.
Okay, let me finish it off. And instead of a stomacher, a girdle of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty.
Right. So hold on, my life.
No, I've already read 24.
Read it again.
Okay. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 24. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink.
Right, we spoke about that already, you know.
And instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of well-set hair, baldness.
Right, boldness, man. That's why you see our sister not having hair, because they're too rebel. You know, they're very, rebellious, man.
And instead of a stomacher, a girdle of sackcloth.
Right, so that sackcloth is like shame. You know, shame and lamentation, pain. You know.
And burning instead of beauty.
Right. You're gonna have some, if you don't have shower for a few days, bro.
Yes.
Already you know what's going on.
It's got nice.
You know? Yeah. Carry on.
Verse 25. Thy men shall fall by the
That's what's gonna
sword.
happen to that lady.
And
She got it. She ain't got it, man.
and thy mighty in the war.
Yeah, so a lot of these women, they have like a lot of people that the men make money or whatever. These men gonna die, man. All those goons, those people that are those super thugs or whatever, they're gonna die off, man. They must not gonna bring the judgment. They're gonna die, bro. This is real. So all these men that don't look at us today, it's not because we want us to look at us, but I'm just saying that. No, let me rephrase it. All those men that don't want to keep the law, therefore don't respect the men of the Lord, they have it coming, man. Yeah, read it.
Verse 26, yeah? Verse 26. And her gates shall lament and mourn.
Right, a gate is, the authority, the authority of the house, basically,
And she being desolate shall sit upon the ground.
Right, so that's why, that's the last verse of chapter 3 of Isaiah, and the next chapter is 4:1, that's what just read. Because they'll be desolate, they'll be sitting on the ground, which is like shame. They'll want now to take away the reproach. Therefore, they will come to us for that. You know? Yeah, Malak.
This is Ecclesiasticus 36 and 22. The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance, and a man loveth nothing better. If there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, then is not her husband like other men.
Read that again from the top, Malak.
If there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, then is not her husband like other men. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. So sisters need to learn how to be a pillar of rest to their men. Right?
For real, man.
Because right now is the complete opposite.
Fact of life.
Take away sleep. So, and also how it says kindness, meekness, and comfort, that sweet disposition, man. Kind words coming out of your mouth. Not all that profanity, not all that good street talk. You need to cut that shit out.
Word.
Even though I was using profanity, but you know.
Yeah, but it's not nice for women, does it?
Yeah, but you got a woman, like, it's not attractive. It sounds too ghetto, exactly. That sounds too ghetto, man. You got those two clowns there. I'm just making a point like that. Let's see the person, let's see people there laughing at what we do. You people will kill as well.
Absolutely.
You know? So it's not a joke, basically. Serious business. You
This
know?
is Proverbs 11 and 22. As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion.
Read from the top.
Proverbs 11 and 22. As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. So, you know, you've got certain sisters, you know, that they know that they're beautiful, they get attention from a lot of men, so on and so forth. But if there's no discretion, you're walking out, you know, you've got everything out of their breast out and all that shit.
Body out and that.
Yeah, brothers can't go near that. Right, and sisters, that's why, you know, you need to, there was a saying about Muhammad Ali that Muhammad Ali told her daughter, there's a reason why jewels are hidden under soil, and there's a reason why it's hard to find precious jewels, because they're hidden. And that's why a woman needs to be covered, because your body's a temple, you have a glorious body. Right, so it needs to be covered. That's only for you need to save that for your man. That's only for your man to see. Right? No, you got sisters out here wearing gym leggings and they're not even going gym.
Yes,
Huh? Wearing that. Right. What's it?
Like, even if you want to pull up that Deuteronomy 22 verse 5, sticks in there as well. They shouldn't wear what man wears, so really actually they shouldn't even be wearing pants.
Right.
Yeah, they shouldn't be wearing, but then they're born in battle and they're going to wear it. So when they come in the truth, now you're going to have to learn to not wear it. You know, that's deliverance, that's the true deliverance. It's not when you go to church and they say, in the name of Jesus, I break the spirit of the Lord. No. Deliverance is that. You know what I'm saying? Stop wearing your pants. That's the first step to deliverance, man.
Right.
You know? Because those pants that put a manly spirit on these women, man.
Right.
You know?
Proverbs chapter 14, verse 1. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands.
Right. So how do you build your house? By being submissive to your man. By taking care of your duty, looking after the kids. You know, you got sisters that have a problem with cooking for their man every day. Right.
Crazy, man.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
So that's one of the ways that's one of the ways you tear down your house. Because now you don't want to cook for your man every day. Now it's going to cause contention. It's going to cause strife.
But come home from work and you're expecting a good meal after a hard day's work.
She's on Instagram showing herself. Have you cooked? No, I don't have time. Why don't you order, something to eat?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What man wants to order takeaway?
At that point, your heart, that's when your heart is broken, man. Because you're thinking, damn, is that a bitch I have in my yard?
Right.
Some bean and some Jezebel, man.
No, it's not funny, man.
Yeah, she's a bitch, bro. A Kalawaf. Okay?
Right.
Kalawaf.
Now, because it starts small. Now you've caused contention and strife with your husband. Now what's going to happen? Now it's going to build up and it's going to build, it's going to build. Now you're not happy in your relationship.
Yeah, but she don't care because she's going to go and fuck your friend anyway.
Right.
So that's why I tell brothers sometimes it's best to be on your own, because some of these women, man, seriously, they're not worth the time, man.
Right.
No.
So, attention needs to, you need to pay attention to detail. That's a wise woman. Because you may have them lazy days, right, where you don't feel to cook. But you know that if you don't cook, it's going to cause some sort of contention and strife between your man, so you cook. So that it maintains the stability of the relationship.
But you want me to eat KFC, how do you love me?
Right.
I come from work, you want me to eat KFC. You're my enemy at this point.
Right.
I need to get some strength for the next day. You want me to eat something that will break my body. You know, so yeah.
That's what it is. This is Ecclesiasticus 9:9. Sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thine arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine, lest thine heart incline unto her, and so through thy desire thou fall into destruction. So this works both ways. So as a wise woman, don't look to be friends with your man's don't look to be friends with your man's friends. Keep it separate, because women always wants to be in a man's business.
Vice versa, though.
That's because they're so used to different rods in the world. When they come in the truth, at some point they get fed up with the only one rod.
You know what's funny? I had a boy that had a girl, and my boy told me his girl says I'm rude because I won't conversate with her.
Or your friend's
Yeah,
girlfriend.
my friend's girl is told him that, oh, I think your friend is rude, like he won't talk to you. I don't need to talk to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, you're not my friend. My friend is there, you know what I'm saying?
You know what it is, yeah?
Crazy.
Because she thinking that, because women like validation.
Yeah.
She want to use you as a card when he's acting up. She's gonna come to you and talk and that, and before you know it, you're hitting that. These women are destroyed my life. These women are seriously destroyed this kingdom, man. Okay, all they want to do when they're with you, they're eyeing your man. They're picking their heart. Yo, I want this guy. And they look at you. They're like, oh, this guy must have a big rod. This is women for you, man. They're filthy. So when the women are in truth and they do their best, you have to praise them, man. But it's not a lot. That's what Solomon was saying, man. How many righteous women do you know? Just because the women were friends with so. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've been in this truth 3 years, but what I've seen is unbelievable. I've seen it. I'm seeing it right now as we speak. Like, come on, man. Focus on this word, man. And let the Most High give it. It could be a woman that's in the world, but she's humble. And the Most High, and when the time comes, she will jump in the truth. It doesn't necessarily need to be, because I used to say, oh, a woman in the truth, and I found out a woman in the truth sometimes they're the worst joke. They just use that as a card. They don't want to change. They want to be rebellious. Yeah, the whole church thing once again, all over again. So you gotta be circumspect out here, man.
Right. So that's a wise woman. A wise woman doesn't get into a man's business. Because you need to, as I said before, you need to know yourself. You need to know your nature. Right. So don't seek to be friends with your man's friend. You don't need to know them. If your man invites if your man invites his friends over, go into the other room. You can give a little salute, but just go into the other room. You get what I mean? Just go into the other room.
It's gotten so bad. I hear girls say, they can't even be friends with girls. How is that possible?
Exactly.
How can you be more acquainted to have a male friend than a female friend? That just sums up the woman.
Right.
You're saying
that's where it is, and that's that masculine vibration. They wanting to be around men, and you get what I mean. That's just crazy.
The reason why they want to be around men is they can have options.
Right.
The women are not serious.
listen up, you might learn something.
For a woman to tell you that there's no friendship between a woman and a man. I repeat, there's no friendship between a woman and a man. That's what I'm going to say. If people don't understand that, then they're fooled. Clearly.
Where's that in the scriptures?
Exactly. And look, scripture also in real life. A woman will tell you there's no friendship between a man. Real woman will tell you that. Okay? Come on, man. She be seeing her and she bend down to you. She go and bring behind, she bend down to do something and you're not reacting. Maybe you're not a man. Because if you're a man, you're already mapping it out in your mind like, bro, this girl I need to hunt her down. Fuck friendship.
Exactly.
That's how real this thing is.
It's cold.
Yeah, I don't have no one. That's so true.
Come on, man. You even have your wife. Forget about if a woman's around me, that means I want to tap that. Unless it's different. If she's the woman of someone that I know, someone that's wife. You know, there's different, But a woman like that, she's your friend. Come on, man. Let's be honest, man. We're not children anymore. Don't be fooled by this society, man.
I'm gonna come back 2 minutes and I like the subject about women.
Can't.
I love experience about women. 12 girlfriends and 4 wives.
He's a pimp. Alright.
Well said.
Yeah, the last two precepts are Ecclesiasticus 26:1. Blessed is the man that have a virtuous wife.
Right.
For the number of his days shall be double. A virtuous woman rejoiceth.
I like that.
A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. Because when you're not under stress, and you're just full of peace and prosperity, I mean, you're gonna live a long life, man. A good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear Yahweh. Right. So if you're a sister and you're not attracting a man, you may not be attracting men of the Lord, and you're attracting these hood rats. Yeah, you have to self-analyze and take a look at it. Yeah, you may have to take a look at yourself.
Examine yourself, yeah.
Right, because like attracts like. Right.
What?
And that's how important the role of a woman is. Giving peace unto that man makes his life double. That's the significance of the role of the woman. Right, so I get the last precept out. Ephesians 5:22.
Yeah. People need to be taught out here. To have the understanding.
Ephesians.
Before you even bring that out as well, that's why you see a lot of men. There's a movement called the Red Pill movement. A lot of men going through rage because they're going through certain situations with women. They're going through certain situations with women in the past, and it takes years off your life going through all that stress. Imagine all women were submissive.
Because stress kills, you know.
Right.
Stress will kill you.
That's
That's a fact, you know. So you don't want a woman to bring stress in your life.
Right. So you're seeing the significance of the role of the woman. If men are going through this great anguish and stress because of the ways of women, imagine how
how do you call that again?
the Red Pill movement.
The what?
Red Pill.
Red pill.
Oh, red pill.
Red pill, yeah.
Imagine how they would feel if all women were submissive. Imagine how men would feel.
We will feel like Superman out here, man.
Right.
The only problem with us is because our women are out of order. Because the first thing in the nation is to get a woman in order, man. That's why the Most High will have to bring some sort of situation for these women to be humbled down. Then we can get things in order for us to get into the next phase. But they ain't gonna listen to us like that when they have benefit and they're good. They ain't gonna listen to you.
Right, because when you look at countries in the East, or even countries in Eastern Europe where women are submissive for the most part, you see a difference in the men.
They're more confident, they're more masculine, they're more confident.
Yeah, well, I mean, they go under less stress. They don't have to worry about the woman doing the funeral.
Because your woman is your nakedness. So if your woman is in the right place, they give you that energy. But if the woman is not in the right place, then you become feeble. See?
Right. So yeah, get the last precept. And also when a woman's in the right order, there's less crime in society as well.
Yeah.
There's less crime.
Okay. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands, as unto the Lord.
Right.
Verse 23. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body.
Truth.
There you go. So that's self-explanatory. So yeah, I hope sisters and brothers got something out of this lesson, and yeah, man. I hope sisters, I hope the Lord puts the spirit on sisters to, really take heed and just accept it. Accept that you're going to have to be in full subjection to your man and accept your man as the head.
It's written, man. It's written.
That's it. So, yeah, before we close out, we'll pray.
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Waha, Rakah, Kodash. Whoa, Nasrallah! Babylon is falling. And you women don't follow the new order. That's a fact. Shalom.